Thanks for watching News 3 Now live at 4. It has been nearly a month since the coronavirus pandemic began to take hold of the U.S.
Let's get caught up on today's headlines. There is positive news this afternoon as the most recent data seems to suggest the rate of increasing COVID-19 cases is slowing. We're still waiting for an afternoon update on cases from Dane County health officials, but in the last day, there's only been around 5 new cases in Madison, and this graph from Public Health Madison and Dane County shows a plateau forming. Dane County has reported at least 310 cases and at least 11 deaths related to the virus. Wisconsin now has more than 2,900 cases and at least 116 deaths.
The national death toll from the coronavirus continues to climb as states work to contain the spread, as New York hit a new single-day high of nearly 800 deaths. Governor Andrew Cuomo compared the loss to the tragedy of 9/11.
There was no explosion, but it was a silent explosion that just ripples through society with the same randomness.
These AP images show workers in protective gear burying some of the victims in a makeshift grave on Hart Island in the Bronx. But Governor Cuomo maintains hospitalization and ICU rates are dropping, a sign social distancing measures are working. The coronavirus has created more anxiety at federal prisons across the nation, including this one in Washington, where families have expressed concern about conditions inside. At least 14 states have closed schools through the end of the school year to fight the virus.
Wisconsin Republicans have introduced legislation to help the state weather the coronavirus storm. Amy Reed is live with us now to break down what they have included. Amy?
Republican leadership has warned about the toll that this coronavirus will take on the amount of money the state has. They've already said before that projected multi-million-dollar surplus we were talking about at the beginning of the year is likely gone. New legislation would give the Joint Finance Committee power to reduce projected spending, pause certain tax cuts, and take back pay raises for state and UW system employees. That's if a checkup from the Fiscal Bureau in June shows an estimated deficit in the budget. The governor so far has not been supportive of this, as it gives Republican-controlled Joint Finance Committee broad authority to cut spending. He proposed legislation weeks ago that gave $10 million to food pantries and as much money as the Department of Health Services wanted. The legislature has not acted on that, but criticized how expensive it was. The Senate Majority Leader said that he's going to continue to work with Democrats to come up with a bipartisan package of bills, and we've not heard back from Democratic leadership to see how that is going. But one thing that both parties seem to agree on is waiving the 1-week waiting period for unemployment benefits. That's included in both legislative packages.
Amy, thank you.
The Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra will delay the start of its popular summer concert series, Concerts on the Square. The series will start 5 weeks behind schedule, with the first performance on July 28th. They're also moving the performances to Tuesdays for scheduling purposes. Organizers say they're still planning to play all 6 performances. Governor Tony Evers has directed the DNR to close several state parks, forests, and recreational areas. Closures start at the end of the day today and will last until further notice, to help reduce the spread of the coronavirus. The governor says there's also been issues with crowds, litter, and vandalism. We have a list of which parks are closed on channel3000.com. In our area, that includes popular spots like Blue Mounds, Devil's Lake, Governor Dodge, Governor Nelson, and Lake Kaganza State Parks.
Members of the Senate say a deal is unlikely to be reached by the end of the week on additional funding for the Paycheck Protection Program, which is a lifeline for small businesses trying to navigate the coronavirus pandemic. Also, a top health official says he is hopeful parts of the country can be reopened by summer. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
The Senate will come to order.
Efforts to add an extra $250 billion to the small business relief program stalled in the Senate Thursday.
Do not block emergency aid you do not even oppose just because you want something more.
Congressional Democrats are demanding additional funding for hospitals and state and local governments, as well as fixes to the small business lending program.
It is clear that in hard-to-serve, underserved communities, they don't have the same access.
As lawmakers continue negotiations, the Federal Reserve announced it would provide up to $2.3 trillion in loans for businesses and state and local governments. In just the past 3 weeks, unemployment claims have totaled more than 16 million.
There are reports some White House advisors would like to see the country reopen next month, but the president has said he will rely heavily on the advice of his health experts.
It is very likely that we will progress towards the steps towards normalization as we get to the end of this 30 days. We have to be prepared that when the infections start to rear their heads again, that we have in place a very aggressive and effective way to identify, isolate, contact trace.
White House coronavirus response coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx says more testing should be happening now, but the rapid test machines from Abbott Labs in place across the country are not being run to their full capacity. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
President Trump held a conference call with mental health leaders and advocates to discuss the coronavirus crisis.
More dismal news for U.S. workers sidelined by the coronavirus pandemic. The latest weekly jobs report shows another 6.6 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, and that follows a record 6.9 million who filed the previous week, bringing the total number of jobs lost in 3 weeks to 16.8 million.
Economists believe that although these numbers are staggering and mind-blowing, we are likely to see them continue for a few more weeks, and then they should start to taper off.
Prior to the outbreak, about 200,000 claims were processed each week. Well, it's a challenge to be in a time where family and friends can't physically be there for sick loved ones.
Gabriela Becerra joins us with how SSM Health is helping make this rough patch smoother for patients.
Visitors have been restricted from most hospitals, and that's hard on both the patients and loved ones. But hospitals are helping keep them connected right now. SSM Health is providing patients with iPads to FaceTime with family and friends each day. Healthcare workers will help the patients with the call and say it's the best way right now to keep loved ones in touch. Nurses add that the mood and outlook from patients have become more positive.
We're working hard here, and we're taking care of all of your loved ones. And I know it's such a tough time to not be able to come here and see them, but please know that this is what we do. We're here to take care of people and to support them and support you with any questions that you may have as well.
SSM doctors are filling out frequently asked questions about patients during rounds and making calls to their contact to answer any additional questions. Coming up on News 3 Now at 5, we'll share the story of a Madison woman who is having to find a new way to care for her brother who's been in and out of the hospital for the past 2 years. Mark and Charlotte.
Gabby, thank you. The National Institutes of Health is conducting a clinical trial of hydroxychloroquine as a potential therapy for COVID-19. There have been small studies and anecdotal evidence of the anti-malaria drug's success in treating the virus, but more clinical data is needed. The study hopes to enroll more than 500 patients currently hospitalized with COVID-19. Members of the Illinois National Guard delivered a plane full of medical supplies to Chicago Wednesday. The delivery of hundreds of medical isolation pods will go to the McCormick Place Convention Center, which is being turned into a care facility for coronavirus patients. A grassroots group of volunteers is helping feed some of Washington, D.C.'s most vulnerable neighborhoods during this crisis by handing out bags full of fresh fruits, vegetables, and canned goods. The group's coordinator estimates they've gone from 250 bags a day to close to 1,400.
The business of booze is booming. Sales in stores and online are booming. The Los Angeles restaurant Black Market is known for its craft cocktails, but the bar is currently empty. However, the liquor still pours with liters of vodka. James Bobby is mixing martinis in a bucket and then bottling them to go. California is one of several states allowing restaurants to sell cocktails if a customer orders food. Black Market had to lay off 45 people because of the coronavirus shutdowns. Now they use 5 for takeout orders, and this general manager is back to its roots as a bartender. Restaurants like Black Market are looking to capitalize on the higher demand for alcohol.
We're just doing our best to make sure that the people that we had to let go, all of our friends, have jobs to come back to.
Nielsen says U.S. alcohol sales were up 22% during the last week of March compared to the same time last year.
Jews around the world are celebrating the week-long holiday of Passover. It is normally a time when families gather together from near and far for a large dinner and evening of prayer. But social distancing has changed all of that. During the traditional Passover meal known as a Seder, children ask the question, how is this night different from all other nights? This year, that question holds extra meaning.
I do have to keep reminding myself that this isn't the toughest thing, my people have been through.
Jenna Stowe and her family were supposed to gather in Des Moines, Iowa, but like many families, they are celebrating separately, but together via Zoom. Traditionally, Jews in America participate in Seders the first 2 nights of the holiday. The East End Temple's virtual community Seder is tonight. Well, we have a mix of sun, rain, and even a little bit of snow. Chris is in the backyard patio with a look at our forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Charlotte. Thank you. Yes, it's been a day that we've had a little bit of everything, it seems like. At times, we've had the sunshine, which is what we have out here now, but there's still snow showers, and the wind just continues to blow. We are talking sustained winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour. These are wind gusts happening right now, and they're around 30 to 40 miles per hour, but we've had some times today where the wind gusts have been even stronger than that. Here's a live look from the station cam. Things are sunny on the west side, but here's Doppler track showing you that once you get west of Madison and north of Madison, we still have more in the way of that snow shower activity to come through. And a lot of you have been sending the emails where you talk about how it looks like little hail pellets, even though it's not actually hail, it's not ice like hail. We call that grapple in the weather community. So a lot of folks are going to be experiencing that as we go through the next couple of hours. Although things are beginning to calm down just a little bit. You're starting to see some weakening of that as we get later on into the evening, and then eventually things will turn off. But things are much colder than they were 24 hours ago. We will keep it that way. 44 our temperature right now. They're getting ready to drop. We'll be at 40 by 6 o'clock. Then the 30s begin to show up as we go deeper down into the 30s tonight. Traffic-wise, things are, of course, quiet as folks continue to socially distance and stay at home. We're not seeing any real issues showing up at all. One thing, though, we're watching that could be an issue is your Easter weekend forecast into early next week. We've added 2 alert days to the forecast. We'll break that all down close to 4:30.
All right, Chris, thank you.
And still to come at 4, local musician Mike Massey and his wife Robin Valley Massey were recently involved in a terrible car accident. A fundraiser was planned for them for today. It's obviously canceled, but there is a way for you to help out. We'll tell you how. Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Right now, staying in touch is more important than ever. So to help you stay connected during this unprecedented time, U.S. Cellular is waiving data overage charges. Now through May, no matter what plan you're on, you'll have the smartphone data you need and not be charged for any overages. That way, you can work from home, check the latest headlines, and stay in touch with family and friends without worrying about your bill. So even if you have to be apart, you can stay in touch. U.S. Cellular.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. For a hand up and help with your utility bills now during these difficult times, contact the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
Welcome back. The British government is set to extend the country's lockdown, but that is not stopping Prince William and Kate from carrying out royal duties.
The royal couple surprised children at an elementary school in the UK, which is open for children of medical workers battling the coronavirus. While the COVID-19 pandemic has shut down most schools in Britain, some have reopened to care for children of essential workers.
Well done in keeping it all going, and please pass on, many messages of support for all the staff and all the volunteers. They're doing a great job.
Even Will and Kate's kids recently got involved, joining the country in cheering for UK healthcare workers. The royals are working to keep spirits up during the darkest days of the pandemic. Grocery store shelves are emptying out as people stock their pantries out of concern for the coronavirus.
So why are so many produce and dairy farmers still struggling during the outbreak? Workers at Tony's Fresh Produce in downtown Los Angeles are moving less than half of the amount of tomatoes they did before the pandemic. Owner Jose Mendez says he supplies small grocery stores and restaurants. With so many businesses closed, the demand for fresh produce has dropped dramatically. Mendez says he's struggling financially and had to cut his hours, workers' hours, that is.
It's messed up, but never been in this situation.
In Colorado, one farmer wearing a mask and gloves is hitting the road to get vegetables straight to consumers. And with some dairy farms starting to follow suit, certain communities like this New York City suburb are hearkening back to a time from about 60 years ago and seeing a resurgence of the milkman. Eggs, though, are still flying off the shelves, even though prices have skyrocketed. According to Unner Berry, which tracks food sales, wholesale prices of Midwest large eggs recently tripled in price from early March. The Federal Reserve took more aggressive action today to support the economy, and that sent stocks higher. The Dow Industrials added 285 points, ending the shortened trading week at 23,719. The NASDAQ was up 62, and the S&P 500 was up 39 points, its best week since 1974. Early last month, local musicians Mike Massey and his wife Robin Valley Massey were involved in a terrible car accident.
A musical gathering was planned for today to help raise money for their recovery, but obviously the pandemic just got in the way. Tony Cherniglia is a very good friend of Mike and Robin's and tells us how people can still help out today. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Charlotte. Hello. Hello, Mark.
Tony, start off by telling us what you can about this accident.
Well, it was pretty horrific. They were just going through their day, trying to make a right turn, being parked in a right turn lane, and someone who was passing by in a truck seemed to swerve and run into them in the back end of their vehicle at 50 miles an hour, which sent them into the car in front of them. So that changed their day, severely, actually. But that's what I know about the accident.
So what was planned for today?
Well, we were going to have we were going to throw a fundraising party this evening, and of course the pandemic struck. So we decided to plan. It was an idea from Robin's sister and Charlotte, I believe, and got us together to do a day of giving on Facebook, which is going. The response has been unbelievable, by the way. So we're asking people to go out and donate to the cause, and also go out to the Facebook event page and do a post. They've been posting songs, well wishes. It's just been great. We've raised $18,000 already, which is great. So we want to thank everybody who has donated. And
we should make it clear, Tony, that the reason why this fundraiser is happening is because both Robin and Mike were severely injured, and a lot of musicians in this area know Mike as one of the more popular musicians around the area, and so he depends on his gigs, and now he's no longer able to play. And Robin is a nurse, and she's going to have months of therapy and rehab ahead of her. So
absolutely,
this is serious stuff here.
It's really serious, very, very serious.
And for them, it's not only the monetary contributions, which are important, but also the moral contributions.
Absolutely. But the response has been fantastic. We appreciate if everybody could go out and give a little. You can go out to bigdreamerunited.org. And then go out to the Facebook event page and leave a little something. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. These are two very, very special people.
They certainly
are. Right, Tony. Thank you very much for all of your help with this.
Thank you. We'd like to shout out to everybody who has donated, and bigdreamersunited.org, obviously, John and Leah. And thank everybody for everything. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And so do the Valley Massies.
Tony, thank you very much. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thoughts and prayers with them.
Thank you, sir.
All right, still to come at 4 tonight, you can tour some of Madison's best downtown businesses and snag some great bargains. And you don't even have to leave your sofa. We'll find out about Downtown Madison Live's Spring Watch Party when Live at 4 continues.
Which we had plenty of.
We are the Thrivers. Women with metastatic breast cancer, standing in the struggle, hustling through the hurt, asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor. Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with proven overall survival results in 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali was also significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. It's our time to continue to shine because we are the Thrivers. Ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment in its class proven to help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
Our home is the training ground for her dreams policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Everyone is trying to do their part, especially now. And your Ford dealer is built to lend a hand. If your vehicle needs service, just call. Ford service centers are essential to your community and are still open. Find out about pickup and delivery options from participating Ford dealers. Plus, they've implemented enhanced cleaning measures for added peace of mind. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us do our part and help take care of you.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
Take a look at this. These gentlemen in England are having a heck of a time pulling this vehicle out of the mud and water after an off-roading mistake. After the spare tire completely breaks off the Land Rover, they give it another go. This time the rope pulls the bumper right off. Finally, on their third attempt, they're able to drag it out. With so many parts breaking and flying off during this rescue mission, they had to scrap the vehicle.
Einstein's there, I'll tell you. Look at the water pour out of the thing.
Oh, my goodness.
How many people does it take?
One too many, apparently.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
All that effort for nothing. All right, Chris, that snow is coming down pretty hard for a while this afternoon.
Yeah, we're going to see the snow showers kind of come and go as we go through the rest of the afternoon and even to the evening as well. But we're watching more chances for heavy rain and maybe even accumulating snow in the forecast. I have all the details after this.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
It seems to us there are two daily lists we need to absorb during this crisis. The list of infections, how many and where, and the list of people, businesses, agencies, nonprofits stepping up to help in any way they can. Both are important as we acknowledge and address our shared concerns. This editorial deals with the second list. Madison's Muslim community has launched the COVID-19 Assistance Program to help anybody, regardless of religion, ethnicity, or color, with immediate needs. 200 volunteers have already signed up to help. Total Administrative Services Corporation is making their expertise and emergency benefits assistance accounts available for free during 2020 to help employers respond to the impact the crisis has had on their business. Credit Task CEO and Madison philanthropist Dan Raschke for that one. And Rotary Club of Madison recently dispersed more than $200,000 to 55 local organizations to help their important work during these challenges. Good stuff when we need it most.
Shop the largest selection of quality furniture and mattresses from the comfort of your home on steinhoffels.com. Right now, Steinhoffels will ship your purchase free to your curb, driveway, or garage. Start shopping right now with a name you can trust. steinhoffels.com.
Coming together makes us stronger. And Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Buchamuk.
Cut.
Liberty Bibbity.
Cut. We'll dub it.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Hey, Wisconsin, it's tough times right now. Fearing's audio-video security normally focuses on providing technology solutions, but right now, it's self-care.
Things like establishing a routine, getting outside every day, getting a good night's sleep, taking time for meditation or prayer, and just think about what you're grateful for. We can do this together. Visit unitedmadison.com/help. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
We've got the power. The Power Centers of Madison. Our highly trained service department has the power to keep your equipment running like new. We service all makes and models, from minor tune-ups and maintenance to major overhauls. Our certified mechanics can get your equipment up and running quickly. If you like to fix it yourself, between the two stores, we have the parts you need. At the Power Centers of Madison.
Hercules. I have been expecting you.
Aha! And I brought you a gift so you can fight properly. Red Bull.
Oh! How nice. Of you. But also... rather... stupid. Mine. Mine! No, mine! No, mine! Mine!
Mine. Red Bull gives you wings. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We've been watching the skies as we've gone through the afternoon just because we've seen these multiple rounds of snow showers that have come through. At times it's been sunny, and then you see the large cloud here on the screen. These have been what have been dropping the snow showers at times. You jump on over to high-resolution Doppler. We continue to see the same thing moving in from the north and west. A lot of these now are pushing towards the south. If you live out towards Monroe, you're getting ready to have a decent convective snow shower move your direction. We'll continue to see these as we go through the rest of this evening and then into early tonight before those begin to turn off. Mount Horeb, you're getting in on one. That's going to continue to push south and eastward towards Belleville and then over towards parts of Fitchburg as well. We'll continue to watch northwestern sky to see what else continues to come our direction. But one of the things that's happening, think summertime, how the more sunshine and heat you get, the more thunderstorms that begin to pop up into the afternoon. It's the same kind of deal. So as we begin to lose the sunlight, we're losing the energy that's needed to keep these things going. So you're already starting to see where these are beginning to fizzle out. That will continue to be the case as we move through the rest of tonight, but we will remain under that chilly northwesterly flow as the cold front continues to push on towards the south. We're keeping that colder air around. Watch this. 9:30, we should be clear. We're going all the way down towards 30 degrees though later on tonight. A lot of spots will work their way into the upper 20s as well. And tomorrow we see more sunshine. Temperatures begin to rebound just a little bit. 44 by the time we get you towards 1 o'clock, and then this is the peak heating of the day. So by 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we'll see those temperatures topping out right around 50, give or take a degree or two. But then more and more of that cloud cover begins to move in, folks. Here we are Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Temperatures are milder. We're at 38, but we'll see the cloud cover, maybe a few rays of sunshine into the afternoon with temperatures in the low 50s. But this is ahead of the next storm system that we're going to be watching very closely. We have the push of colder air coming in today, a little bit milder for the end of the week, but then there's a bigger push of cold air that is set to come as we round out Easter, and there will be a storm system along with it. So we have 2 alert days in the forecast. Easter Sunday, this is for the rain. The rain could be on the heavier side, but then Easter Sunday night into Monday, that rain changes over to snow. That could be accumulating snow here across parts of Wisconsin, especially central and northern Wisconsin as well. Here's that first round of rain Saturday night. We're watching Sunday evening. Watch the colder air filter in and transition things over towards snow as we head into your Monday. We're going to be watching that real closely, folks. But here's that extended forecast for you. Temperature-wise, we don't get out of the 30s on Monday. Then we are staying very below average with low 40s for highs Tuesday and Wednesday. And then a little moderation by the time we get you towards next weekend, Mark.
Wasn't it just 70?
It was just 70. That's Wisconsin for you.
April's a cruel month. All right, Chris, thank you.
Well, like so many other things around the country, the 3rd annual Spring Wine Walk in downtown Madison has been postponed.
But the organizers are still trying to bring people together virtually to celebrate downtown Madison business. Earlier today, I talked with the executive director of Madison Central Business Improvement District, Tiffany Kenny.
Oh, Mark, we have some bad. We had to cancel our April 9th wine walk. No one wants to walk around tonight, go into businesses, explore. So we had to cancel that event.
But you have
We've
good news.
postponed it. Well, correct. And actually, we've postponed the wine walk. We'll pick a new date. But instead, we have decided to do a virtual event. So tonight, via Facebook, we have 20 of our small downtown businesses live. They've made videos, they have sales, they have specials, and they're inviting the community to join them virtually.
All sorts of businesses.
Yeah, it's a good variety. There are some restaurants, so you can get some updates on restaurants that are doing delivery or carry out or curbside service. There's some of our service or arts and entertainment businesses like Revel, who is offering crafts and craft workshops, kits mailed to your home so you can keep busy. And then, of course, our small retailers like Little Luxuries and the Soap Opera, Kilwins. They've got a great lineup of items to show you tonight. You can kind of virtually shop. You can just learn a little bit more about who the business owners are, and you can support the heart of your community, downtown Madison.
So how does it actually work? Is it a continuous thing, or do you pick what you want to look at?
Exactly. So it begins at 5 p.m. and from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m., every 5 minutes, a new video will post to our event. So you could watch them in order. We recommend that because there's some giveaways and some specials along the way that are in real time. But if you can't play along tonight from 5 to 8, or if you don't have the full time, you can jump in and watch just a few of them. And I know that tomorrow, all of our small businesses are going to share these out through social media too. So although it's an event tonight, it really is just an effort to make sure everyone knows who's still downtown, what our businesses are doing, and how you can support them.
What a great idea. Who came up with this?
Well, you know, I did, because I'm stuck here at home and I'm missing all of my businesses, and we've been doing this great Zoom interaction and they're telling me their stories, and I thought, can you tell the world your stories? So with Facebook and the technology we have today, we're going to try it. We're not professionals like you. Some of our camera work's a little shaky. Some of us need some editing, but we tried, and nobody's got a video that's longer than, I think it's like 4 minutes is the long one. But you get a great snapshot of who these business owners are.
Beginning at 5 o'clock, just a few minutes from now, you go to Facebook. What's the Downtown Madison, or?
Exactly, Facebook Downtown Madison. It's pretty easy. We'll post a bunch of goodies in there so you can find the event and participate with us. We've got some special gifts and giveaways like these little packets. And because it was supposed to be our wine walk, we've got wine glasses and wine giveaways, a few toasts along the way. Some of our wine owners poured themselves a glass while they made their videos to give them the courage, I think. But anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun in real time. Or if you can't do it from 5 to 8 tonight, it's still going to live on Facebook, and we hope you would watch a few of those videos and join us to support downtown.
Support local business. That's very important at this time. Tiffany, thanks for being with us today. Have fun.
Thanks for having me.
Have fun this evening.
We will.
And there's more to come at 4. Coming up, we'll meet News 3 Now's new sports director. And tonight at 5, we continue to get a lot of questions about viewers about unemployment enrollment. We'll try to answer some of those tonight at 5.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. As part of your community, we're here to help you during these challenging times.
Keeping your Toyota safe and reliable is important, especially right now. Many of our service centers are open. Schedule service online and drop off and pick up your vehicle with no contact. Need to replace your old vehicle? Most Toyota dealers offer online shopping and will defer your first payment for 90 days.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
Each spring, thousands of wildfires are caused by burning debris. To ensure everyone's health and safety during the COVID-19 public health emergency, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is suspending all burning permits until further notice. Burning debris in DNR protection areas is prohibited. Help keep our emergency responders able to help those who need it most. Thank you for your patience. For updated information, visit dnr.wi.gov and search fire.
Our home is the training ground for her dreams policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
This is a live look at downtown Madison. Some pretty dramatic clouds out there. It's sun shining for now.
You are going to start seeing a new face around the News 3 Now's sports department.
We want to take a moment to introduce our new sports director, Zach Hanley. He may look familiar to some longtime viewers. Take a look.
With the 1958 state championship team watching and the community behind them, the Pergolders hope to continue to rise in the East. At East High, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
The hair.
Yeah.
Welcome back to News 3 Now, Zach.
What a flashback that was. That was my intern days, probably about 10 or 12 years ago. This is kind of my official debut as sports director, though, full circle, right? Hi, I'm Zach Hanley in Madison. It's good to be home, but first things first, let's look at some of this old footage of a young Zach with that wild hair who had no idea what to do with his hands, and that smiling on TV, it was okay. In a familiar position this far. It's now or never as they go to state this Friday against Kettle Moraine. This time we will see the Badgers will be September 4th in Las Vegas against UNLV. The Lancers almost didn't make it, not because of losing games, but because their bus broke down coming back from their sectional final. A couple more things you should know about me. I'm a huge Wisconsin sports fan, born and raised on the Packers, Badgers, Bucks, and Brewers. I'm a UW alum, and my greatest achievement wasn't graduating from Madison, but being named fan of the game and having my picture shown on the Jumbotron at Camp Randall. So how to get back to the greatest college sports town in the world? Well, after college, I spent around 8 months in Bismarck, North Dakota as the weekend sports anchor at KXMB. Then for the last 7.5 years, I've been in Cedar Rapids, Iowa at CBS 2, covering all things Iowa Hawkeyes, Iowa State Cyclones, UNI Panthers, and everything else with a ball or a stick. And I should say, Jay Wilson taught me everything I know, but super excited to be starting my dream job.
Well, you learn from the best, that's for sure.
I did, yeah. The dean. They call him the dean, right?
They do?
Yeah.
You're very brave to share some of those stories.
I know, that hair.
Is that your wife and dog?
Yep.
Okay.
Berkeley, she's 2, and my wife, Sig, so.
It's all settled in?
We're all settled in, ready to go, ready for sports to come back.
Welcome back. Yeah, we'll have sports eventually.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you on the air.
Thanks.
Welcome back. And when we come back, one way to stay healthy is to eat well. Our vegan chef has a great recipe for you to try. That's when Live at 4 continues.
What do you think about the come kale away?
That sounds dreadful, but I'm all about the more the merrier.
Ooh, what do you guys think of this? We're talking pudgy pie recipes. Lisa Briggs, Emmy Fink here at the Bruce Company because it's springtime.
It is.
We made it.
It was just a couple days ago.
I know.
We thought we'd never make it, but here we are, and you might be thinking about whether or not your patio needs a little update.
If your patio doesn't look like this, oh my goodness, this is an outdoor paradise. And it's so much more than just the patio furniture now. It's building a space.
Yes, exactly. So you can do a grill. We have lovely deep seating. We have dining. The hot trend now is the engineered furniture, so things that are made out of recycled milk jugs, so really
cool.
good for the environment. We have outdoor fire pits, which are great because when it's a little chilly at night, which it is in the spring,
right,
you can light your fire.
Ooh, saucy. She's a saucy one today.
And for the next, couple of months, we have a lot of factory authorized sales events where instead of getting 10 or 20% off, you could maybe save up to 40.
Ooh.
So
we like 40.
Yeah, there are several of those going on in the months of March and April, so you'll want to stop in and you can take a look at what we've got and then plan your purchase around those steps.
And it's just brings you a little bit of joy to come in here, no matter what the weather is outside, because spring is always that iffy, you never know.
It always comes. I don't know why we get so bent out of shape about it. It will be here eventually.
It will. But come and imagine what your space could look like here at the Bruce Company.
Absolutely.
I'm Emmy.
And I'm Lisa.
And you are?
Buzz into Madison.
That's right.
If your windows are more than 10 years old, they could be drafty, difficult to operate, or costing you money on your energy bill.
The Champion family is here to help. At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
And right now, get 40% off your new windows. Call now for your free estimate or learn more at getchampionwindows.com today.
Well, a family in Tennessee is doing its part to help in the toilet paper shortage. The family ordered toilet paper through an industrial supply website and then set up a table and handed out rolls to whoever was in need. And while the family is accepting tips, they are certainly not necessary. Many people are using their newfound free time to learn how to cook or bake. And local vegan expert and chef at Suri Cafe, Lauren Montalbano, joins us with a quick and easy and inexpensive recipe for sweet potato and quinoa cake. Hi, Lauren. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
So what are we making today?
Well, like you said, we're making a sweet potato and quinoa cake, or rather a bunch of cakes. This recipe will make 8 cakes. And so you can make them ahead of time and store them either in the fridge or the freezer for a quick and easy meal when you don't feel like cooking.
All right, so how do we do it?
But as you'll see, it's quite easy to assemble. So here we have 4 cups of cooked quinoa. To this, I'm going to add half of a cup of nutritional yeast, which is going to give it a really rich kind of cheesy flavor, which will actually work for both sweet and savory applications. So I'm going to take that plus 1 tablespoon of salt and add it into my quinoa and give it a nice stir until it's really well incorporated. So you're adding in your dry ingredients first, so it'll make it easy to mix. Secondly, we have 2 cups of steamed and mashed sweet potato, and we will take and add to that a 1/4 cup of tahini, and that's just going to add some richness. And then we have 4 teaspoons of either apple cider vinegar or lemon juice, whichever you have around. Going to balance it with a little bit of acidity. And then I've got 4 flax eggs. And for those of you that don't know what flax eggs are, it is 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed to 3 tablespoons of water. And this, you can, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of jelly, just like an egg would be. So it's going to mimic an egg and really help bind this all together. So then you're going to take all of your wet ingredients and incorporate those really well into a bowl before we start to mix them into our dry mixture. So these cakes or patties, if you will, are really great because they are versatile in that they can either be sweet or savory.
What's the nutritional information about it?
Such as, so it's chock full of fiber, which is something that most Americans don't get. And then obviously they are vegan, they are gluten-free, they are paleo-friendly, and they're just a really healthy alternative if you want whole foods in a sort of a pancake application versus just doing a flour pancake. It does supply you with a lot more nutrition than if you were just to have a normal flour pancake. So after this gets all mashed together really nice here, you can see that it's going to hold its shape really well and be able to make really nice patties. So I'm not going to go ahead and fry them up for you today, but basically after it's all mixed together, you're going to take about a handful and start to form it into a nice patty here. And then you'll go ahead and start oil in a pan, or if you have a skillet, that works really well. One that you would make pancakes with. And then you've got your nice patty here, and you can just pluck that right on the stove onto some already hot oil. You're gonna have your stove set at about medium high so that you can get a nice sear on either side here. And you can go ahead and make all of your patties ahead of time so that you're just ready to fry and go. And it's a really easy recipe, so you can have your kids help you out with it, keep them entertained. And then when you're done frying all of your patties, you can take and decorate them with seasonal fruits, maple syrup, and jam. So it's a really fun and healthy breakfast for the morning. Or if you've got leftovers and you're wanting to switch it up, then you can go ahead and take it and make it into a savory dish. Right here, I've got the cakes with a little bit of refried beans, some red pickled onions, salsa, avocado, and microgreen.
What a versatile thing that is. All day long. All right, Lauren, we'll have the recipe up on our website, channel3000.com. Thanks for being with us today. Stay healthy.
You're very welcome as well.
We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentix works on all of this.
4 years and counting.
So watch out.
I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are feeling real relief with Cosentix. Cosentix is a different kind of targeted biologic. It treats the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis to help you look and feel better. It even helps stop further joint damage. Don't use it if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
I just look and feel better.
I got real relief with Cosentix.
Watch me.
Feel real relief. Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
It's dinner time in America, and the breadwinner arrives home from a long day at work. Now the family can sit down at the table, where everyone knows to be mindful of their manners.
Dinner time has changed. Our quality hasn't. Reynolds Wrap. Foil made in the USA since 1947.
Hi, folks. Friday morning, we are featuring an effort from a local clothing company to keep other Wisconsin businesses running during the pandemic.
We'll tell you how you can join in and update you on the latest COVID-19 numbers. We'll see you starting at 4:30.
It isn't being evenly distributed.
With not enough COVID-19 tests to go around in Wisconsin, how are healthcare facilities making the call on who gets tested and who doesn't?
It's the fear of the unknown. Even these smaller towns need them.
News 3 Now investigates, Monday at 10.
We're looking at a colder than normal pattern getting ready to shape up as we go through really not only the next 6 to 10 days, but for the next couple of weeks, especially for the eastern half of the country. That does include us here in Wisconsin. Our average high at this time of the year at this point into the low 50s. We have several days in the forecast where temperatures don't get that warm. In fact, as we get you towards Monday, that's where we could see highs stuck into the 30s. We're also watching Sunday into Monday very closely. Not only is that Easter, but we could see heavy rain, perhaps upwards of an inch, that transitions over to a period of accumulating snow Sunday night into Monday. As always, when it comes to accumulating snow, we have several days to track all of the latest details. In the meantime, enjoy Friday. That looks to be a very beautiful day for us.
Spring is put on hold, apparently.
Absolutely.
All right, Chris, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll go behind the screens with Michael Bruno. He checks out Dance Fabulous's online classes. And Consumer Reports has some tips on food handling and cooking during the pandemic. That's tomorrow at 4.
Are you nervous about leaving your parents' phone plan?
You got this, dude.
You could have.
It's just a plan. Nope.
Individual plan phobia.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. We got your back.
Switch to your own plan at US Cellular and get $400 back.
Plan phobia?
Mm-hmm.
They got your back.
Switch and get $400 back. Only at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
In today's Final Touch, you may have been to a bar and seen dollar bills on walls or ceilings. Well, dollar bills pulled off of Georgia's bar walls are being used to pay employees. Tybee Island's Sandbar customers have been stapling dollar bills on the walls for years, but as business dried up, owner Jennifer No took desperate measures. She decided to take down the dollar bills one by one and give the cash to employees. It took nearly 2 weeks to remove and clean all of the bills. After